Alright, y'all, I just finished playing Tekken 4 for the first time, and I want to yap about it for a bit. I decided to play Tekken 4 because I was listening to music, and I was realizing how many Tekken 4 songs, specifically Tekken 4, were on my playlist. And I'm like, damn, this music is fire, and I love it, but I've never even played the game before. So I feel like I should have. Especially since the only other Tekken game I've ever played before was Tekken 8. So, I feel like I should play more of them, especially as someone who really likes fighting games. So when you start the game up, there's a bunch of difficulties. I ended up going with hard mode. I usually like going for a normal mode, but there were so many that hard mode looked like the most middle ground difficulty. You start the game off with 10 characters as a cool little narrator. First thing I wanted to do was practice with Kazuya. That was the first thing I wanted to do. After that, then I started playing the campaign. I beat Kazuya's campaign and Jin's campaign. You don't unlock Jin until after you finish Kazuya's campaign. But Kazuya's story, again, I don't know Tekken's lore too much, but pretty much he goes to a tournament. He knows that it's his dad, like his dad's behind it, and he's trying to fight him or some shit. You fight through a bunch of people, and then you get to, Hiachi. I can't pronounce Kazuya's dad's name really well. I don't know. But he fights his dad, beats him, and then Jin is like being held up by some chains or some shit. Kazuya fights him too, wins, and that's the end. It doesn't seem like the best ending. I think Jin's ending of the story seems better. At the end of Jin's story, it goes along the same thing. He goes into the tournament, eventually fights all this blah blah blah. He ends up fighting his grandpa, Hiachi or whatever. He's the last fight for Jin's story, and he almost kills him, but then he thinks of his mother, and then he doesn't kill Hiachi. So that seems like a better ending. Either way, I don't know too much. I don't know how the endings are for the other characters either, but those are the ones that I saw. So when it comes to the bad things about the game, this part is gonna be really short. There's not much I can think of, but it not having any like online matches kind of sucks. But again, it's a fucking PS2 game, so I don't expect much online. And either way, I don't think it would work on an emulator. I'm not too sure, but either way, no online kind of sucks. And then the fact that there's no Steam port, to my knowledge, you can't buy the game on Steam or anything. I'm not even sure if you could play it on like a PS5 or I don't know. I don't know where you'd be able to play this game without an emulator. But yeah, its accessibility isn't too good. Now, when it comes to the good things about the game, first thing, obviously the reason why I even played the game in the first place was the music. The music is very good. I love a lot of the songs from this game, and it's just really good music, just really good. Another thing that's good about it is the stages. The stages look really nice. Particularly the beach stage was really cool. The forest stage looked pretty nice too. I really like the one where you find the mall too. That one looked nice. Like the rooftop one was also cool. It was the stages are nice. And the unique thing about the stages in this game, I don't think other Tekkens do this, but the stages have like unique stage hazards, but not in like an annoying way. It's just the building shape is unique. It's not just a ring or something like that. No, like there could be a random like building in the middle of the map, and it'll just be a wall that you can slam people into and shit in the middle. I don't know if that would be the best for like competitive play or something, but it is pretty cool when you're just playing the game normally. It's pretty unique. And another thing that's cool about this game is just the graphics stage pretty decently for a game that's obviously trying to look pretty realistic. Some of the animations obviously don't look the craziest, are not that good, but definitely could have looked worse when it comes to trying to look realistic for early 2000s. It looks nice. The game looks nice. It's a nice game to look at. And the story mode was pretty fun to go through. The cool 2D art while they have the little narration going on. It's super simple, but it was nice to get through. And then the character designs for some of them. Jin, I think Jin looks the best in this game that I've ever seen him before. Again, the only other Tekken game I've ever played is Tekken 8, but The Jin looks really nice. Jin looks really good in this game. And then Kazuya, when you start the game off, for most of his campaign, he's wearing like some shades and like a nice little suit or something. And he looks cool. I like his clothing. So the character designs also look really nice. So yeah, this game was really good. This is out of the few Yap Session videos I've done so far. This is probably the best game that I've played out of all of them. I do think I like this game more than Mario 64. I definitely like it more than Wario World. And when it comes to Tekkens, again, I haven't played too many of them, but this is definitely my new favorite Tekken for sure. And it's just a really nice looking game and a really fun game to play too. Again, might not be the best if you're trying to sweat hard with those maps having like unique stage hazards and shit, but it was fun. Really nice game. That's about it. Peace out.